Casey here with Trophy Woods. Just another day at our test plot. See a lot of volunteer corn here. This is kind of our last week of warm weather before we get cold. It's supposed to be pretty cold this next coming week. So this is going to be our last week that we think some of these will survive. Some of these are going to start dying out. And we'll just kind of see as they go what happens. Austrian winter peas. You can stretch them out above the bottle here. We got about a ½ inch of rain last night, but that's about the only real measurable moisture we've gotten in the last week. 4010 spring peas. Don't they look good? Mung beans. You can see some what looks like new growth starting after that last frost. It kind of put these on pause for a bit. I do imagine this is the last you'll be seeing of the mung beans. I think they're probably gonna die out this week. I think these would really work well a little further south, where you go maybe looking at a November 1st or November 15th first frost. So Arkansas and south, I think they would work great. Winter lentils, still about the same, just kind of slow and steady. Baldy safflower, great looking growth. Daikon radish, water bottle's a little hidden back there, nice and thick. Purple top turnip, not quite as tall, but still an impressive amount of growth for the season that we've had. This is rape. It's really came on in the last week, really added some height. We'll see how it does when it gets cold. Bayou kale, also taller than water bottles. Leaves are a little bit smaller and stems are longer than regular rape. I would say the taste isn't as bitter if you pull a leaf and chew kale, or pull a leaf and chew the rape over here. The rape leaves are more bitter than the kale leaves. Jackpot turnip, similar in size to the kale and rape. Bigger leaf, looks really well. Kind of the big difference you notice between it and like the kales or the rapes is the color. They have more of a bluish hue to them. Not sure if you can see it on camera. Versus kind of a green, darker greenish color to the jackpot. We haven't talked about our annual rye any, but we do have a plot out here. And you can see it's tall as a water bottle. The thing with annual rye is it was slower getting started, and it allows other weeds, volunteer corn and stuff like that to come in, as compared to our cereal rye that's right next to it, and it has very little weeds. It's a lot cleaner plot just because it covers the ground so much faster. Cereal rye, we got a few that are tall here, 1.5, maybe almost 1 3/4 height of the bottle. So this is one that's going to really start to shine here when we get to this cold weather. Barley here. Barley's been consistent, and I mean across the plot, it looks consistent height, consistent thickness. The blades are wider compared to cereal rye. I'd say at least twice as wide as a cereal rye plant. Oats here, and you could easily lose your water bottle in them if you set it down. The oats are easily twice as tall as a water bottle, maybe 2.5 times. Just a lot of growth in a short amount of time. Lastly, we have our wheat. A little bit taller than the water bottle. The wheat just kind of comes up and then kind of, once it gets to a certain height, kind of pauses and it'll wait till next year really, but it's good growth, a really nice mat of grass. But you can see it next to the oats, just the height difference. Appreciate you watching all the way through. Be sure to check back next week and see what these cold temperatures do. I'm sure they'll knock out some of the volunteer corn. And you can make your own seed mix at trophywoods.com. Thanks.